Hello, Mr. President. It's Irishman Gavin Walsh again. In furtherance to the video I put up last week, I would like to validate some of the points I made with regard to the NTSB. And I'm going to just offer you some evidence here. Now, you may excuse me that I will read from notes, because from here on in it's going to get quite technical, and I have to dot my I's and cross my T's and make sure I say everything right for legal reasons. So if you could just bear with me, Mr. President. I said last week that the NTSB would have had a seat on the investigation into the crash, the 1952 fatal crash of the St. Keohane airliner in Wales in the United Kingdom. And whilst this was 100% true, what I forgot to say was that at that point the NTSB went under the title of the Civil Aeronautics Board, or the Bureau of Aviation Safety, which was set up by Congress in 1940. Now, the critical point here is that in 1944, on December 7, 1944, at the Convention on International Civil Aviation, a set of rules and regulations applicable to civil aircraft were agreed upon in the event of any crashes. 3 signatories, there were 26 signatories to my knowledge, but 3 of them that we can certainly identify were Ireland, Great Britain and the United States. It was agreed upon that the accident, where the accident occurred, that would be the prime investigator, and then it would break its way down from there on in. But one of those was for the cab, the forerunner of the NTSB, to be on board, and this was agreed upon on April the 11th, 1951, which is of course sadly 9 months before the crash. Which is entirely coincidental, and it became known as the Convention on International Civil Aviation. It was an adjunct called Annex 13, and that guaranteed the rights of the following, pertinent to the CAB, or the NTSB as they're now known as today. It guaranteed that the state of design, now in this case state doesn't mean one of the states, it means the country of occurrence. The state of design, which in this incident is the United States, the state of manufacture, which in this incident is the United States, and any citizens involved or impacted by the aforementioned countries, and that is again the United States, thanks to 2 citizens, Mr. Tom Carroll and Mr. Bill Lynch. Hence, it is a simple fact that the NTSB were deprived, or the NTSB forerunner, the CAB, were deprived of their legal right to be on that investigation. And between me and you, Mr. President, and this, we have to keep this quiet till I bring out the next video. So too were the British investigators. They were there and all, but they were there in name, but that's all they were there, and if you understand me. But enough of that until I bring the first of the Shamrock 165 videos out. Again, I will reiterate what I asked you for last week. All I want is 5 minutes with one investigator, one NTSB investigator on the phone, or I can get to DC in person. I would be very grateful of this, and I'm willing to meet anybody, anytime, any place, and show my evidence and go through my findings. Let's do something right about this terrible accident, Mr. President, because I'm getting nowhere back in Britain and Ireland. I'm just getting doors closed everywhere, specifically by mainstream media. And again, I'm sure you are well used to all of that. Finally, may I wish you and your First Lady a very enjoyable President's Day, which I gather is tomorrow in the United States. Okay, Mr. President, thank you for your time.